Welcome into Zions Bank Stadium for the 5A Lacrosse State Championship between the top two seeded teams in the 5A bracket, the number 1 Olympus Titans and the number 2 Park City Miners. Thank you for joining us, everyone. My name is Dane Stewart. Please be joined by Tim Haslam of the Utah Lax Report. Tim, I think that the 5A championship we all hoped for. We saw this game to close out the regular season. It was a dandy, and cannot wait for these two teams to go toe-to-toe here with a championship on the line.
Dane, this is a great matchup. Both teams playing really well, really excited for this one. The difference that is going to come down to is the face-off battle, right? We're going to see how McHenry does, and he's just been playing lights out. That semifinal game was maybe the best game in Park City's season, maybe in a couple of seasons, to be completely honest with you, Dane. And, can Olympus thwart that attack? Can they thwart the face-off and prove that they're the number 1 team, really get into it? Obviously, tons of firepower on the Olympus squad. The last game that we had, the 4A final, went to overtime. Wouldn't be surprised to see this one go to overtime either.
I'm trying to knock on some wood somewhere to make sure that happens, Tim. Look, Park City, this is a great program, has been for years. Coach Persky back in the state championship game. They lost a corner in that A Division championship last year, 14-5 on the year. They were 4-1 in region play, that only region loss coming at the hands of Olympus. And look, this is a team that is a train. And it was John Trey Han that had, 6 goals in the semi, 5 in the first quarter, I believe. Just absolutely overwhelming, bountiful. We'll see if that offense sticks today. Starting goalie today will be A.J. Silyanov, the sophomore, a .512 save percentage for him. And when you talk about offense, Olympus is overflowing with offense. When you think of guys like Hunton Murphy, Camden Rossi, Ethan Hartsfield, Charlie Droich, who had a number of goals in their semifinal. So kind of strength versus strength here in this 5A championship. We're underway.
Yeah, absolutely. We expect a great matchup as you see Park City win that opening face-off. A little bit of trouble on possession there.
We get whistles here early. It was we talk about how good that finale was between these two, and a state championship, so much on the line between these programs, budding rivalry, and a lot to play for here.
Absolutely. If you're Park City, you want to prove that you've been the dominant program over the past few years, and Olympus, if they're playing in its first state championship game, wants to come away with the win. Both these schools played yesterday in the girls 5A championship, with Olympus pulling off what people consider the upset, and so it'd be fun if you're Olympus to take home both boys and girls titles, where, Park City wants to hopefully thwart that and make sure they don't.
We do want to let you know the clock you see on your screen is unofficial. We'll do our best to keep it synced with the official clock here in the stadium. Olympus, a little burst there from Hartsfield. He'll give back to Rossi. Rossi had a bit of a gap. Thrown over, ankle shot, and that will be backed up here by the Titans.
Good look there. Looks like Murphy forgot his jersey.
Yeah, I was wondering the same thing.
Wow. Okay.
Here's Rossi. Hartsfield absorbing the contact through traffic. Ethan Hartsfield putting Olympus on the board. 1-0. Fancy moves from the junior.
Just slithering through the Park City defense there as Hartsfield finds the back of the net. One of the better players on this Olympus offensive squad. Murphy and Rossi get most of the attention, but Hartsfield, you can't leave him unattended because he will burn you just like that.
He is going to be face of the offense. I don't know if that's the right term, but that's his 47th goal. And you talk about, Murphy and Rossi get all the attention, and rightfully so. They've had great years, but he's going to come in next year. A lot of people are going to learn about Ethan Hartsfield that maybe didn't appreciate his game.
Yeah, absolutely. And it'll be interesting to see what he does end up doing next year. So we see a procedure call here on Park City.
Starting keep today for Olympus will be Caleb Johnson. The sophomore was lights out in that semifinal. Made some really nice saves against Alta. Could argue was not the sharpest game for Olympus, but look, they did what they needed to do to get a win, controlled that game, and generated enough to get here into that 12-5 win. And I think there's no secret the top seed, they wanted Park City again. Park City wanted them again. And so we get that matchup. We talked about the paths for number one. They defeated Salem Hills, Viewmont, and Alta. All of those, well, the second round and quarterfinal were double-digit wins before the 12-5 semi win for Olympus. Park City, the 2 seed, they've been on another level in these playoffs. The closest game they've had was a 12-goal win against Brighton. So they've found their stride here in these tournaments, and see if that can play out here in the championship. As Olympus possession here again, Fippen. Working in front. That fended off. Back up. Fippen. Oh, was looking to X, and that can't be kept in. Charlie George tried.
Couple good looks there for the Titans. But Park City up to the task.
We talked about the start that Park City had. It was a 10-1 first quarter against Brighton and failure to advance there. All right. Olympus defense, Tim, flexing its muscle here early.
Yeah, great ride by the attackman. They literally just planted their heels on the midline. Park City not adjusting to what they were seeing and getting the failure to advance.
I think Alta had 3 or 4 failures to advance in that semi.
Mm-hmm.
Olympus, again, kind of clogging up the middle there in that semi as well. Here's Gilbert. Back up top here with Rossi and Jerem. Boy, Olympus really spreading things out here. Murphy. Trying to work. And flag coming in here. Boy, you saw the hard close out there from Braden Byer. And he'll draw the penalty here. Or be called for the penalty here.
Murphy, a nice job of just turning his back as he saw the pressure come. And Park City getting called with the penalty there.
One of the notes for Park City, I mean, they were without Chase Byer for significant portions of the season. He's been back for the playoffs. It's really brought, that element of Park City lacrosse back.
He's provided a huge spark. The Miners actually played really well without him, of all things. But then with him back, has just been really potent on offense. He just has a lot of intangibles for the Miners.
Rossi's pass there was knocked down by Crosby. Ground ball. Cam had it. Jarred loose. Olympus still on it.
Got to be careful there.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it was called for. It was sitting in the box.
He just came back on and nearly went off again. So Park City able to kill the man down. Back to even strength here. Here comes Hopkins for the Miners. We have an early timeout here taken by Park City. Timeout Miners. Coach Persky wanting to get the troops reoriented here. Olympus with the early lead, 1-0. You're watching the first quarter of the 5A final on KSLSports.com.
College wasn't built for me.
I didn't care if I had to work a double shift.
Or if my kid had a fever.
Deadline's a deadline.
I want to set the deadlines.
I want to take tests when I'm ready.
I want to take courses on my time.
And speed up when I know my stuff.
I want a university that cares about me.
Tests on your time, courses on your time, graduate on your time. WGU, the nonprofit university of you.
College wasn't built for me.
It didn't care if I had to work a double shift.
Test day's test day. Deadline's a deadline.
I want to set the deadlines.
Tests on your time, courses on your time, graduate on your time. WGU, the nonprofit university of you.
.6:11 to go here, first quarter. Out of the Park City timeout. This will be Beckett Wolf to put in play for the Miners. Beckett was a great initiator in that semi. Tim, we talked about that first matchup between these two. It was a 12-10 final. No goals were scored in the fourth. Olympus really ratcheted down the D, especially with their zone as they come out with it here. And that one fended off, backed up.
The dive. I love the defenseman just laying out, trying to get to that ball. I played defense in high school, Dane. We would have never thought it. Like, it just wasn't a thing then, right? Like, not saying we wouldn't have, but just not a concept that had been instituted, but really been popular over the last few years, and you got to love to see it.
Park City working around Mulholland. Chase thought about it, now peeling off. Tim, we talk about this zone. Park City struggled with it in that fourth quarter of the first matchup. How do you break this down?
It's the same thing we saw in the 4A game. It's just quick ball movement. Finding those open seams, hopefully catching a guy sleeping a little bit, and then it can come in the form of outside shots as well, as you see that inside feed right there. But great close out there by Olympus.
Wow.
Physical defense. That's what you face when you throw those inside passes.
And that was Chase Byer, who we talked about, right?
Yeah.
What he's brought to Park City and couldn't get the shot away. It closed down so quickly on him.
It's definitely high risk, high reward. It's kind of like a quarterback throwing to a receiver wide open over the middle. There's a chance that he gets eaten alive out there. And same thing with, finding a guy inside on his own defense.
Olympus back with possession. Hartsfield at X. Dropped it there. Park City trying to gather it. And Hartsfield coming away with it right in front, and that hit off the post. Good look there for Charlie Droich. Byer had it jarred loose. Good checking there by Hunton Murphy, who's taking off the practice jersey. So Hunton must have just not realized he had it on.
You think that was it?
Yeah.
I thought he probably forgot it.
Well, but he's got his normal jersey back.
Well, I bet he realized earlier that he may not have had it, and a friend maybe brought it down.
That could be.
Olympus isn't that far, right? Like, hey, forgot my jersey.
It's only 30 minutes back.
Stop by the house. Well, the friend may have not been here. Yeah. But,
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Probably owes someone dinner. Or at least lunch. Or he just forgot. We'll have to find out later.
Check out the Utah Lax report. Tim will have the inside scoop on what happened.
That'll be embarrassing to ask him, so I don't know if I'm going to be honest.
Here's Byer. He'll work it out. Shot wide, backed up. Mulholland to start. Chase recognizing the space. Again, just missing. The junior has not been hesitant to shoot. Mulholland. Back to Wolf. Right in front. Oh.
Big save.
Yeah, Caleb. Caleb's just a sophomore. He's got more years of lacrosse ahead of him. Is that pass too tall for Barris? Olympus has it. Murphy the windup, the goal. Hunt Murphy, and it's 2-0 Titans.
A little bit of a missed clear there by the Titans. Loose ball on the turf ends up in Hutton's stick. Hutton a master at finding the back of the net, and you had a feeling once he had it in his stick with the break that it was going to go.
Done. Yeah. Number 76 for Hunt Murphy on the season. And it is another face-off win for Olympus. I was talking before the game, and I think a couple thought that that might be an advantage for Park City, but Olympus has held their own.
Yeah, they have. They've done a nice job, shutting McHenry down and getting those ground balls and just working with their offense.
This is the other aspect of Olympus. It's been patient possessions. How about this note, Tim? I mean, I don't have the official, time of goals going back to that 12-10 game, but we've gone 20 minutes of straight scoreless lacrosse by this Olympus defense against Park City now.
Right.
As we're down to approaching the final 90 seconds of this opening quarter. Rossi. Cam. Well, you could see Byer coming up, and there with the stick check, and Brennan has it. Braden. That trickling through, captured by Chase. Final minute of this opening quarter. Think Olympus goes zone here?
I like the chances of that.
Yeah.
These games just fly by, Dan. It's insane.
Park City. Brendan Johnson, he's been so good for them offensively this year as well. And Olympus coming away with it. That defense continues to be so impressive and just congest everything in front of Park City. 10 seconds to go here in the first. Fippen gives over. Luke Bryant be content with the 2-goal lead. 2-0 Olympus in the 5A final. Number 1 with the lead after 1. You're watching 5A Championship live from Zions Bank Stadium, only on KSLSports.com. Welcome back. Start of the second quarter. Olympus leading Park City 2-0. Weiniger back to the spot here for the Titans. And there's the face-off win for Park City. We were just talking about between quarters how good Olympus has been there for the face-off. And Jack McHenry doing what he's done all year long.
Yeah, and look, if he gets hot, it could spell trouble for the Titans. So it'll be interesting to keep track of that as this game goes on.
Wolf working back here to chase. Mulholland. Boy, I don't even know if John Trahan has touched it yet. He's back behind the goal here. But we talked about the great first quarter he had against Bountiful. Chase trying to rip one wide there, backed up here. Byer still on it. Coming around. Here's John. John, bit of an isolation play and didn't get that one away cleanly. Johnson able to corral it.
Yeah, not necessarily going to work against this Olympus defense, right? They're going to have to beat the Titans just through ball movement and great shot placement, and that's tricky when you have a guy.
James Smith with the hit stick.
Yeah, they're going to call that as a ward. That's a tricky call. Tricky call. Could have gone either way. They're trying to prevent, the injury of him lowering his head
right.
and kind of spearing into a guy.
Right.
That's kind of the background of that.
We have another timeout here taken by Park City. The offense trying to find its footing here. This Olympus defense been tough to crack. Timeout Park City. You're watching the 5A final on KSLSports.com.
College wasn't built for me.
It didn't care if I had to work a double shift.
Or if my kid had a fever.
Deadline's a deadline.
I want to set the deadlines.
I want to take tests when I'm ready.
I want to take courses on my time.
And speed up when I know my stuff.
I want a university that cares about me.
Tests on your time, courses on your time, graduate on your time. WGU, the nonprofit university of you.
Out of the Park City timeout. Byer putting it in play. Back to X. Trahan. Wolf. Good stick work there by Rossi, able to disrupt it. Chase back on it. Boy, Mulholland was kind of sizing up. It just took too much time. Defense able to collapse down. Chase. Shot. Backed up.
That's better ball movement. Good look there by Chase. Be interesting to see if we could get Park City to do what they call a redodge, right? So you're going to kind of push that seam, back it out, and then push it again.
Wolf back to Chase. Shot. Goal. Chase Byer finally able to crack that Olympus defense. We talk about how hard it has been for Park City to score against the last 26 minutes of play between these two. The scoreless streak come to an end.
Yeah, excellent ball movement there. You see Byer just with the great shot, hitting that top shelf, that top corner. Great placement. As the fans continue to file in, Dane, pretty healthy crowd.
Yeah. We even have some Green Canyon fans kind of held over, still celebrating. Come on back in the stands, guys. We got a good one here.
Fun fact, there was a misprint on the 4A trophy. They both said second place on them.
Really?
The little placard. So that's an easy fix. One was gold, one was silver, so that's still correct. But a little bit of a hiccup there. The Green Canyon, though, didn't take away from their celebration. Like I said, it was still gold and just something that'll be fixed over the summer.
I'd be lying if I said that Rewind hasn't had that same thing happen before. Well, not that same thing, but the typo on a plaque, and
we're all human, Dave.
Yeah.
I've spelled many a kid's names wrong in the Utah Lax report. Ooh, stinger there from number 17, Riley Mulholland, using the defender as a screen. Slides that one near post, loses his glove in celebration. tying this one up.
Oh, that is – talk about a response for Park City, huh? We talked about the stagnant, couldn't break down this Olympus D, and then boom, boom, and we're tied up.
Starts at the faceoff, Eckstein. Right? McHenry doing a great job out there in this second quarter.
Shield it off there by Hartsfield.
Big win for Hartsfield. If Olympus can keep the faceoffs around that 50% mark, you got to really love their chances.
Weineger's 683 on the season. He didn't take that one. It was Hartsfield. They're trying to get a different look there, but really they have done a nice job. The Titans have here in the first quarter and a half. Fippen. Coming back around. Fippen, that shot. Couldn't get it on frame. Rossi there backing it up. Rossi, big windup, and the goal. That's why those bounce shots are so difficult. You could see Silyanov trying to track it, but so much movement on the shot and goal from Rossi.
So hard. That's why they're such a lethal shot. If you can perfect that overhand bounce shot, you'll score lots of goals. Like you said, Silyanov looked like he had it. He felt like he had it, right? Mm-hmm. But then it just took a bounce off the turf and was over his shoulder.
Olympus back in front here, 3-2. Face-off win here for Jude Trahan. Boy, and Hartsfield was right on him defensively, jarring that loose. Barris will give back to Johnson. Space here. Big wind-up shot. Wide and backed up. Gray Peterson with the attempt there for the Titans.
Hartsfield jogged off the field and switched out his stick. Maybe it was his face-off head.
Holtby. Trying to tire out Braden Byer.
Oh, this is an old Matt Duke Rosati move. The old Olympus coach wearing out that defensive midi, sending the offensive midi just in a circle. Yeah, and then he runs off.
Yeah.
See, he gets the break. Well, number 8, Bayer, has
still on.
Done 2 laps.
Wind up and a goal. Boy, and that time Silyanov gets shielded. And Fippen able to score it as Olympus retaking the 2-goal lead.
Great play there by Fippen. It's refreshing to see a lefty goal, Dane. Most of those shots that we see normally are coming off that right hand down that right alley. Great shot, though, by Fippen.
We'll head back here to the face-off, and Byer just came off. Just pointing out, he's trying to get his collective breath after having to jog a couple laps. Tim,
here's a clue: if a player not named Murphy, Rossi, Hartsfield, or Fippen has the ball, and they start to run around, just stay where you're.
Let him go. Park City on it. Here's Byer. Chase. Mulholland. Brennan sends back out. Mulholland the shot. And kept out there by Johnson. It was James Smith that kind of came over and got in the space there, and he'll push that away. Sam Smith over, and that was, couldn't tell if Stelianov got a piece of that or not. Olympus will still have it. Here's Murphy. Bryant. Good ball movement. Phippen open. He'll reel one and the goal. Oh, Gage Phippen. Big strike.
Excellent ball movement there by the Titans. What's refreshing about this Titans offense is usually we see with young players or younger teams, they catch the ball and then they go, okay, what am I going to do now, right? And they pause for 1, 2, 3 seconds. With Olympus, with some of the better teams, it's these quick passes. They know they don't have a look. The goal is to get it to that backside because you have a guy wide open. And if you're the Park City defense and haven't slid fast enough, it's going to be wide open just like it was there. Phippen with the great low to high. Excellent, excellent work there by the Olympus offense.
Gage Phippen. 2 goals here in this championship as McHenry winning the faceoff. Still on it. The shot and the goal. Jack McHenry from the faceoff to the net, 5-3.
Love the little fake there. Olympus didn't quite bite on it, but just excellent shot placement there. That's so hard as a goalie because he's coming with a full head of steam, using all that momentum to come. And look at this thing. Gives his stick to Trahan, who's now going to go take the next face-off.
This will be Jude.
They must just have a magic face-off stick.
That's got to be
Park
it.
City.
Yeah. And Jude able to gather. Back at Wolf. Johnson working down. Chase to John. Chase. Wolf will give it back. Byer. He'll take the shot in the goal. The riser from Chase Byer. You talk about moving the defense there, Tim. That quick ball movement up top.
Yep, same thing. Just this time by Park City, and Byer with the great low to high there. Oh man, what a shot! We're getting blessed today on the offensive end of both fields with excellent ball movement, great shots. The defense kind of took over that first quarter, and this one's been a little more open on the offensive end.
Back to face off, McHenry. Back to it for Park City. And McHenry with the win. And that aspect of the field has been changing here in the second quarter, Tim.
Yeah, it absolutely has. And Trahan contributing to that as well.
Good physical battles captured by Bayer. Hit the brakes there by Wolf. Coming around, boy, 3 Olympus defenders able to jar that loose. Titans have it. Park City able to take it away. Boy, Olympus had a 2-goal lead, then a 3-goal lead, and Olympus with a chance to tie it up for the second time. Meyer coming with Trahan. John. Oh, that pass off the mark.
Yep, just sailed a little wide there for Trahan. Olympus with the opportunity to clear. Going to start it with Hartsfield.
Apologies on the technical gaffe there. We're just pausing our clock while the game clock steps up or catches up inside of 2 minutes to go here. Whistles in a timeout taken by Olympus. 1:56 left. Timeout. Titans. They'll have it when we come back. You're watching the 5A final on KSLSports.com. Welcome back here to Zions Bank Stadium. 5A championship coming out of the Olympus timeout. And Tim, as teams were coming back on, there's a lot of respect here. Saw Tommy Barris come on and John Trahan. They kind of gave each other a bit of a shake there. And been some good battles in this championship game. And the score indicating that as Olympus here with it. Been a fun first half.
It has. It's been a great first half. You know, we've seen a little bit of everything. You know, these players play with each other on the club scene. You know, have known each other for a long time. Obviously, region rivals. Obviously, that's new this year. But these two programs meeting up a lot in the past. Park City owns that record. I can't remember the exact numbers, but it was quite astonishing. I think it was like 14-4, 13-4 in favor of Park City. So Olympus obviously trying to chip away at that in the all-time series.
Olympus. Well, a lot of work there by Rossi. As we're inside of a minute to go here. Clock down to 35 seconds. And that one trickling out. Apologies on the clock there. We'll get that fixed for you. What was the call there, Tim? I missed it.
I missed it too. I was going to say, I don't know if it did roll out. Must have been an interference or illegal screen or something like that.
It did not make it out, and so there had to be a call. I thought I heard whistles while that ball was still in play. Anyway, I did miss it. Here's Beyer. Angled shot, and that fended off. 6 seconds left here.
We saw this in the previous game, a nice little inbound play by Green Canyon to score at the buzzer. We'll see if Park City can replicate that magic. Same end of the field.
Much more time here, though.
That's right. That's right. 4 seconds to be exact.
Yeah.
5, 4, 3.
Shot, and that was kept in, and that'll do it. 5-4, Olympus leading Park City in the 5A championship at the half. Welcome back, Zions Bank Stadium. Start of the second half, Olympus leading Park City 5-4. Dane Stewart, Tim Haslam of the Utah Lax Report with you. One of us is out of breath. We'll get into that as soon as we get our wind back.
The half times here are too short.
Agreed.
They should be 12-minute half.
Agreed. Park City, Tim, they trailed 5-2, back-to-back goals. We've started to see them at face-offs. Started to get a leg up there. They never started the clock. We'll get that situated. But if you're Olympus here, how do you try to combat that face-off? Because it feels like McHenry started to find his rhythm there.
Yeah, there's a couple of things you could do depending on, your strategy, right? The one is just to concede and then defend, right? Just have your face-off guy get up and just start defending. I don't love that. I think that's kind of weak, to be honest. The other is to put some more pulls on the wings, try to slow them down that way so that there's no momentum coming. The reality, though, Dane, is if you've got a guy that's really hot and he's winning the clamp, it's really difficult to get those back without, employing some sort of different tactic.
Rib there backed up. Park City will keep it. Felt like early on in this game, Olympus had a lot of possession, especially the first 6-7 minutes. We started seeing Park City also take more possession themselves. The Olympus defense has done a pretty good job, but
they've done a great job.
They've got work here to try to get the ball back, get their offense back in sync, back in rhythm. Played over, a little bit of space there, curling in front. Byer, the shot, the goal, we're tied up. Boy, they sneak chase there, Tim, and he evens it up.
Yeah, probably something that they drew up there in the halftime locker room. Just an excellent play there by Byer to sneak around the crease. Great feet as well. That's tough to defend when you're in that zone because, you got to be watching all angles, and Park City doing a nice job of finding that seam. And look, you get Chase in that situation, and he's likely going to score that regardless of who the goalie is.
There was a point in that first half, you and I talked about it, where it felt like, there was some stagnancy from Park City, but starting to move a lot more. And I think even there, right, rather than working the ball around, you bring Chase and just kind of curl him right in front, quick pass on frame, like we've started to see them move their feet more.
Right, and that's going to be the key, right? You got to get that Olympus defense really moving. And try to find those openings, try to find those seams, pull guys out, and see how Olympus responds.
That one couldn't be handled cleanly. Swept up. Nielsen on it for Olympus. First possession for the Titans in the second half. And Park City had it. Murphy. Oh. Boy, head on a swivel there. As Silyanov able to corral that for Park City. Sent out for John Trahan. Chase. John Trahan. Chase again.
On top of drawing up these little plays on how to defeat this zone for Park City, it wouldn't surprise me if Coach Persky said, hey, guys, let's just make the right shot. Even if we scored just one more goal, let's take it one goal at a time. Let's really be methodical, value that possession. And they've come out and done a really nice job here in the second half.
Boy, strong check there by Barris, and Park City able to maintain it. Tim, it really feels like right now Park City's feeling like, hey, even just possession allows us to stay in this game longer and longer because we keep Olympus away from possessing and shooting.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is the state championship.
Yeah.
Right? If only one more goal is scored in this game, that would be okay with Park City or whoever ends up winning,
Coming around, and the goal, the first lead of the game for Park City, as it's Jude Trahan. And Tim, you get an aggressive defensive close by Olympus. Park City able to identify, attack, and score.
Yeah, absolutely. They just kind of lulled them to sleep there, and that's what makes him so dangerous, right? So tricky, because you have to stay so disciplined. Both teams have to play disciplined, right? If you're on offense, you're not forcing passes, you're not taking shots that you don't want. On defense, you're not overcommitting. You're paying attention to who's where, and eventually something has to give, something has to break.
The procedure there will give it to Olympus. 4 unanswered from Park City after Man, it took them, 14, 16 minutes in this game to score. It's a great save there by Silyanov. Backed up here. Here's Hartsfield, had the opening goal tonight for the Titans. Ooh, just kept there by Murphy. Hutton. Murphy trying to come back. And he'll give to Rossi. Here's Cam. Shot. Denied.
That was a close one, Dane.
Big shot. And they say backed up by Olympus there. A couple that Miner fans not agreeing with there.
Was he out of bounds when the ball went out? Because then that would remove him from the play.
And Hutton Murphy able to capitalize. They backed it up twice, Tim, and then they go to their leading scorer, Murphy, for his second of the game.
Excellent shot by Murphy. You know, again, on the restart is a great time to attack. Able to get his hands free, kind of with that half jump shot, and just a nice bounce shot from Murphy to tie this game up.
Important goal there for Olympus. It felt like momentum, confidence, all that was starting to swing in favor of Park City, and stick to it there. And Murphy able to capitalize on the draw. Swept back there by Weiniger. Boy, this one pinballing around. Park City trying to get it, and Chase eventually coming up with it. Never mind.
Great little play there by the Olympus defense. Able to win back that possession. That's what it's going to take in this ball game. It's going to be possession by possession, effort by effort. It's going to have to match. And the team, that does that the best will come out on top.
Well, and we just talked about when you've got a guy as dominant as McHenry, how do you get face-offs? And it's making dirty, not dirty plays, right? But making it messy, right? And checking and physical with sticks and trying to just disrupt. And Olympus does it there and is able to gain possession. Six and a half to go here in the third. Hartsfield coming back. Patience here by Bryant. Murphy to his left, right in front, and a save made. And that's actually not Silyanov. My apologies. It's 21, so Maney is on here. I've said Silyanov a couple times. They have split goalie duties, and Maney here getting the second half, or coming out the second half.
Yeah, that's right. You know, Park City, like you said, have been splitting time in the cage for the goalies, which is always an interesting strategy, Dane. It's an easy thing to say if it works that it was smart. If it doesn't work, it wasn't. You know what I mean? It's tricky. But Park City's sticking to their guns here and swapping out the goalies.
They're both over 500 save percentages on the year. So, I mean, they both had great seasons. A junior in Maney or a senior in Maney and a sophomore in Silyanov. That has been kind of the path for Park City this season. Holland coming over with Wolf. Shot there. And Park City backing it up.
Again, Dane, I would love some sort of end line technology to see the backup call and how often they're correct or incorrect.
One of the things you'll come to know about me, Tim, I love instant replay. So anything we can do to slow the game down, and I'm all for it. It's a joke.
I don't necessarily want it during the pace of play, but I think like an afterwards evaluation would be interesting to see how often those calls are made correctly. Because it's a tricky
It is.
call, right?
Yep.
Who's where when the ball goes out.
And it's an
like-
imperfect call because
Yeah.
of that, right?
There's a lot to track.
Of judgment.
A lot
Yeah.
to track.
Yep. Here's Chase. Shot. Trahan, that got deflected and took enough off of it that Johnson was able to handle it there. Good closeout by that Olympus D.
Absolutely. Just getting sticks on hands as shots are taken, and a little bit of a knuckleball there. Sometimes those are tricky for goalies because they think that's coming full speed, but Johnson able to
Wind up
get
and
on that.
That bounces high. A long pull there. All that leverage sailing it a bit.
Lots of leverage.
Yeah.
Different angle too, changes planes. Goalie's not necessarily used to that.
Back near side with Fippen. A little bit of space here. Hartsfield stepping up. And that backed up. Back in play. Fippen starting it. Trey Beichner. They're trying to defend. Send out Rossi. Boy, I'll tell you, Braden Byer, he has brought the physicality today for Park City.
He has. He wants to win this championship. He's been playing extremely well. Definitely been all over the field. That's what you want out of your defensive midi.
Braden right there. Oh, got the late stick check. Knocked it away from Rossi right as he was trying to take a shot, and here comes Braden. Rossi a little slow to get up here behind the play. He seems to be okay.
First two back for Olympus there are the two attackmen, Hutton and Hartsfield.
You see Murphy here trying to get it back. Well, I thought with that zone extend, maybe you could attack there.
Well, and it's interesting to see, how often has Hutton practiced playing in the zone on defense. He's got a high IQ, he's a high IQ player, so wouldn't surprise me if he does well here. But
I'll tell you, we got two more great student sections showing up today, Tim. You got Park City across the way, you got Olympus over here. You can hear the chants. Both trying to support their respective squads for a state championship here in 5A. Vandenberg. Oh, I thought he was going to take it. Vandenberg couldn't corral it. Olympus has it. Hartsfield through traffic. Ethan comes over. Big windup in this wide. While we have a moment, we want to thank the Wistersill family, the official cookie sponsors of high school coverage here on KSLSports.com. Great Olympus family. Jack joined our semifinal, the Olympus semifinal for the boys for the third quarter, and they made us cookies. Help us keep energy and.
Yeah, he was great. Might have a future after his playing days.
Hey, I'll extend the invitation again when he's in town from Flagstaff. We'd love to have him back on, and his brother JT has been doing baseball all week with the Rewind family, and so. They have been great supporters, advocates, and appreciate all their help.
It's been a busy week for the Rewind family.
Yeah, it has been.
Lots of state championships.
Yeah, our families will be excited to get to know us again here. Wind up from Murphy, and that deflected. Might have gotten through and hit the post, or I couldn't tell if that was all on Maney, but it stays out regardless. Oh, love the effort there, and you're going to get the call. In play here with Olympus. Oh, and
Fippen just working his tail off there. We're gonna get a penalty as he restarted, and Park City wasn't in the right space. They were too close as that ball restarted.
Boy, you talk about two teams that are all in, and you've started to see that, right? No give up on either side. .30 seconds to go here. Rossi giving a look over to the clock.
Yeah, with the flag down, they're just going to hold it and then start with it. Assuming
They don't want to give it up, yeah. Rossi will take the shot instead, and that backed up here. Not bad, knowing you've got your teammate back there. You just got to get it through. Now we will get the whistle here. Call here will be on Beichner.
Definitely want to hold it here so that you can negate that face-off at the opening of the period, the next quarter.
Delay the call there, so just a technical here. 8 seconds left on the clock. And to your point, I think if you're Olympus, you just wait. Murphy. Just a leisurely jog. We'll head to the fourth quarter, tied up in our 5A championship. Park City, Olympus, don't go anywhere. We got a great fourth quarter coming up next. Welcome back. We no time to waste here, Tim. We got games to go.
Let's get this game going.
Olympus will start with it. Still man up. Rossi, shot. That was deflected. About another 8 seconds or so, I believe. Murphy, I was kind of surprised he didn't look there. Thought he maybe had a quick opportunity. As we get stoppage here to discuss something here with our fourth official.
Please set the clock to 11:36.
Oh, I don't think they started the clock. So I think they said 11:36. We had 11:34. So that will do it for the man up. Park City kills it off.
Yeah, it was a short one. They were already 8 seconds into it when the quarter started.
Gilbert playing back over with Murphy. 2 goals today for Hunton. You see Gavin Beichner coming out on the leading score for the Titans. Murphy still on it. Hunton. Oh, and that rises. I love the recognition there by Hunton. They have had a lot of those back checks, right? So
yeah. Yep, knew it was coming, kind of pulled it in. Got Park City to bite on the fake. Shot just high.
Here's Fippen. Had the 2 goals in the second quarter. Hartsfield. Beichner coming out to help.
Hard slide by Beitner. Just taking away that momentum from Hartsfield.
Rossi. Works behind. Quick ball movement. Shot, and that's wide. Boy, a good look there. And Park City able to win it. Tim, that's the kind of shot you want to open up if you're Olympus, and Gilbert just missed it.
Yeah, and that happens. You can't be 100% shooting. And
right.
Look to, try again next time and get it on cage and see what happens.
Park City back on the offensive end. Olympus staying in that zone here. I mean, Tim, they haven't been out of the zone yet today, right?
Yeah, it's gotten them this far. Might as well stay in it. I think they feel that maybe if they drop out of that would play more into Park City's game plan. And so sticking in the zone that's, only allowed 6 goals so far is definitely the right move.
In front, Wolf. Little fake there. Oh, was looking in front for John and just couldn't connect, but a good idea there. You talk about just limiting Park City to 6. It's the fewest goals that they will have scored since going all the way back to when they played Cherry Creek. They've been double figures every game since that point. And so it has been an impressive defensive effort. It is a high check there. Surprised we didn't have a flag come out. Oh, we did.
The ref down near by GLE threw that flag. Definitely a couple hits to the head. And then a failure to advance.
And now we'll get the enforcement of the penalty. Officials are actually going to discuss, and it's one of those where this official's down here, there were other officials here, they'll come together, talk about what they all saw, try to piece this together, and then make the call.
I think we might see, are they going to talk about whether it's a cross check, a push, was there contact to the head? What implications does that have?
Indication did seem to be a cross check. That is indeed the call. Park City go man down here. A minute given to Braden Byer. 8:30 to go here in the fourth. And in a game where defenses have really shined, an opportunity for Olympus to break through and retake that lead here. Who would have thought we'd only be at 6-6 with 8.5 to go?
State championship game,
yeah.
Right? The defense is kind of clamped down. We've seen this in the past. There haven't been a ton of high-scoring championship games. Even last year, Corner, what was it, 17 goals, 18 goals, something like that. It was still one of their lowest of the season. So, when these teams get in here, there's more at stake, right? You're going to be a little tighter. You're going to take a little less shots. But then again, the defense is going to play a little tougher, and the goalie might be a little more on point. So that's not uncommon.
Murphy setting up with Rossi. Back to Hutton. Crisp ball movement here from Olympus. Murphy, the shot, the goal. Third of the game for Hutton Murphy, and Olympus does take that lead.
Huge goal there from Murphy. For the young fans out there watching, that's just a textbook form on a shot, right? You catch it and just overhand. That's almost too much overhand, Dane, right? As he just buried it. It's almost like you're dunking a basketball, right? Just dunking that in the cage, swinging the sledgehammer. Just an excellent shot. And he's been doing that his whole career. He's played lacrosse his whole life. His dad, one of the original BYU club players back in the late 80s, just a great lacrosse family, great non-lacrosse family too, off the field. They're great. Excellent goal by Hutton.
Face-off win to McHenry. Here comes Braden. Working over. Olympus able to capitalize on the man up. And we've seen a couple penalties today on Park City. I don't think Olympus has been man down today, have they? I think they've played a clean game.
I think that's right. Yeah.
Here's Chase. Down to John. Trahan. Wolf. Trahan again. Park City continuing to work it around, trying to get this defense moving. John, a little bit of space right in front and missed it over the crossbar. It was in the crease anyway.
It was a good effort.
Yeah.
That goes in and it's a different story, but just a great effort there. Unfortunately, he kind of just lost his footing there at the end and missed the shot, happened to go in the crease.
Felt like maybe some late contact there that did enough to disrupt, the quick trigger on it. And we've got a timeout here taken by Olympus. the Titans clinging to a 1-goal lead here in the fourth. 6.5 to go here in regulation. Olympus has not trailed for much of this contest. They've got back on top here. They've got possession. They were strong on possession to start. Park City's had a nice response to that, but we'll see how aggressive the Titans are here. Coach Merrill and company. A 2-goal lead at this point, Tim, feels like a bit of a mountain.
Yeah, definitely. With just the pace that this game's been going and the amount of goals that haven't been scored, right? 2 goals would certainly feel like that mountain, like you said, a big hurdle to overcome. But anything's possible. We've seen some crazy goals here on this field the last 2 days, and, you never know.
Midway through our fourth quarter. Hartsfield. Coming back around, Ethan in front and the goal. There it is, the 2-goal lead for Olympus. Ethan Hartsfield. Well, I was just going to comment how aggressive Park City was there defensively. It has not been much. We hadn't seen that a lot in this game, and Hartsfield able to take advantage and score it for his second of the game.
Yeah, Hopkins pressuring way out, trying to get that ball. Hartsfield doing a nice job beating them, and then kind of a little fake, to kind of hitch the Park City defense, and then Hartsfield finishing in front, which, if you're one of the better players, the best players on the team, that's something that you got to do is finish in front, and he does a nice job there.
Now certainly work to do for Park City. We've seen them score quickly, but really just once or twice this Olympus defense has continued to just be difficult to break down. As both sides bringing on their respective units.
If I'm Park City and maybe don't score out of my normal offense, my zone offense, might be time to start throwing a different look somehow, some way, at the Titans, see if you can break them down that way.
Mulholland working down with John. Back to X. Wolf coming to Trahan. Quick fire, and that one deflected. Didn't find his way through. John gets it back, and did that go? Yes, it did. Park City with the goal. John Trahan, his first of the game.
Excellent effort there by Trahan to get past his man. Looked like it was either deflected or saved or off the pipe, and it went right back into his stick. Able to bury it there and went in the back of the net before a toe hit the crease or something. And just a great goal there by Trahan. Great individual effort to bring this back within one.
It might have been all the above.
Sure.
Kind of all over there. And John, we talk about the great semifinal he had. And he really hasn't looked to shoot here in the championship much. And they're able to open up that angle for him. And he does. Another face-off win for Park City. Miners coming down. Chase. Four and a half to go here. Chase Boy just lost that for a moment. Bad bounce kind of kept it there with 23. Mulholland. Over to Wolf. Shot. Wide and backed up.
That's a decent shot from the Miners. I'd be happy with that one. See if you can get that on cage moving forward and test Johnson in cage.
We have seen Park City really start to move that Olympus defense more here, Tim. The quick ball movement. Chase going to wind up and, Chase Byer, the junior, taking matters into his own hands.
Byers had a goal in every quarter, his fourth of the night. Just a dart from the outside. I don't know if Johnson just didn't see him winding up or maybe it was just that hard and fast. Just excellent placement there. And that's what makes him so special. That's why he's such a huge asset to this Miners team.
You talk about 2 goals being a mountain to climb with the way this game's gone. Never mind.
They are easy, there's some sort of joke about Park City and mountains, I'm sure, in there. But,
Oh, I got you.
because they live in the mountains.
Yeah. Another face-off win for McHenry. Boy, that stick came up. Captured by Trahan. And Park City calling for the timeout. They'll get it. 3:30 to go. Timeout, Miners. Oh, we got a good finish coming up for you in the 5A state championship on KSLSports.com. 3:30 to go here in the fourth quarter. Dane Stewart, Tim Haslam of the Utah Lax Report. Tim, Park City, back-to-back goals here in the last minute. They've got the ball. Who do you look for here if you're the Miners?
I really think you're going to go with Byer, obviously, but then you throw in Trahan, and anything can happen. He kind of carried the team when Chase was out, and is a dangerous goal scorer himself. So I think you'd want to have it in the stick of one of those 2 guys.
Johnson, we have not seen him score tonight, and that one given up. Here comes Olympus. Over to Murphy. Murphy in front, and the goal for Hunton Murphy. Boy, Tim, a costly turnover, and then you give Olympus' best player right in front of the cage.
Yeah, Sam Smith, the sophomore, just doing great things on the defensive end, getting a stick in the way, taking that ball away, and then pushing transition. And like you said, Murphy in the middle. That's 99% out of the, 99 times out of 100, that's going to be a goal.
Boy, one that the most open Hunton's been all night.
Yeah, definitely. And again, that comes from Smith just pushing that transition. Park City forced to stop ball, and then obviously in the fast break, that's going to leave a guy open. And good ball movement by the Titans, and Murphy just taking it to the cage.
And it will give possession here to the Miners. Fourth of the game for Hutton. Ronan works down with Trahan. 2.5 to go here. Byer. This was the final score of our 4A championship, Tim.
We've had a lot of close games here over the last 2 days.
Byer was looking for that shot, but just didn't have enough of an angle. Trahan down to Chase. Here's Brendan Johnson. Stepping up, Chase, shot. And that was shy of the post, backed up. Good look there for Byer. Byer will try again. That is wide again. .135 to go. Wolf back to Trahan. 90 seconds left. A call there. Timeout taken here by Park City. 1:18 to go in regulation. Timeout, Park City. They trail Olympus by 1 in the 5A state championship. 1:17 to go here. Park City possession. Beckett Wolf will start with it. Johnson in the middle, knocked away. Chase Byer able to gather. Wolf able to keep his footing inside of a minute. Sent over. Trahan. Taken away. Good work there defensively by Smith.
If you're Olympus, you don't need to get the ball back necessarily, right? So you can't pressure too hard and leave yourself exposed.
Out to Chase, space there. The shot in the goal. Chase Byer scoring with 37 seconds left to tie it up at 9.
I didn't want to say overtime on air, but I'm not going to lie to the fans out there. I would love another overtime game.
We are getting kind of a scent being blown in here late. Do you smell that?
Oh, what is it?
Overtime.
Ah, good one.
I stole that from my colleague here.
I mean, look, Dan, it's the last game of the season, the last night of the season for lacrosse. It's your last night of calling high school sports for this season.
For 2 months, yeah.
You've done 104 games just in this calendar year.
And Park City takes the lead. Brendan Johnson. We talked about the sophomore who's been such a scorer for them all season long. Hadn't scored yet, and he comes through with 31 seconds left.
Incredible. McHenry with the face-off win, just pushing that break. Excellent play there.
Oh, my goodness.
This is why I didn't want to say overtime, Dan,
How
because I knew I would jinx it.
How the tables have turned.
Yeah, well, at least the lead is turned.
Well, right, but I mean, 20 seconds ago, if you're Olympus, you're feeling pretty good.
Yeah, yeah.
And now all of a sudden it comes down to maybe this face-off. McHenry been so strong. And wins it.
Wow.
Park City has led for, I don't know, maybe a minute and a half. And a whistle here.
Yeah, you got to keep it in the box.
20 seconds to go. Olympus will start with it.
The savvy vet, Joe Cronin, on the call.
Oh, man. Got to go to Murphy, right?
Not necessarily. I mean, Hartsfield would be a great option. You know, Rossi has not had a ton tonight, but...
We have a timeout. Yes, we do. We'll see if they put time back on the clock. It's sitting at 10 right now. It does look like 13. They'll put 13 on the clock. Olympus will have it. 13 seconds to go with a chance. Trying to tie it up, Tim. We're going to stay here. What do?
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, right? You've got so many dangerous weapons if you're the Titans, right? You feel comfortable with it in the stick of Hartsfield, Murphy. I mean, Fippen had a great first quarter, and Rossi, right? You've got 4 guys where if they've got the ball in their stick and you're Park City, you're paying extra attention. It'll be interesting to see who they go with, who ultimately gets it. You know, I obviously think Murphy is your best chance, but also, you know, Hartsfield beating guys. You recall his first goal of the game and just snaked through the defense. You know, so it'll be interesting to see what they dial up here. Coach Collin with the whiteboard, well, the green board, drawing up a play there, and we'll see what happens.
You can get multiple looks here if you're Olympus, but you got to be quick.
Yeah, you've got 2 looks. 2 looks at best, I'd say. Maybe 3, depending how quickly we go here.
13 seconds to go. Hartsfield to put it in play. Coming up, Hartsfield. Boy, not a lot of movement. Countdown on, 5 seconds to go. Ethan trying to split the D. Ball's loose. And Park City has won the 5A state championship. Brendan Johnson, the sophomore, with the game winner. Inside of a minute to go, and Park City gets revenge on the Titans.
Fantastic game, Dane. We've been treated to very good games both days. What a game. We thought that this one may be that close, 2-3 days ago even, and surely it panned out that way, and Park City just with the upper hand there at the end, and that was the difference, right? McHenry on that late face-off. As Park City sort of avenges that loss, they go and celebrate with the girls team who fell to Olympus yesterday. What a game.
Olympus was undefeated, 19-0, region champs, #1 seed. Felt like a team of maybe destiny for the Titans, and it looked really good, Tim. But the response of Park City, they trailed by 2 with 4 minutes to go, couple goals. They end up getting the late go-ahead game winner. Just the resolve of Park City to come back and get the win, just impressive. I know it's going to end in heartbreak for a lot of these seniors of Olympus. You look at guys like Rossi and Murphy, a lot of seniors here that, leaving obviously with the dream unfulfilled, but a lot of pride to be taken for the year that Olympus has had despite the outcome here in the state championship.
Yeah, it's been their best year ever, right? This was their first championship game. Just played extremely well. Look, there's no shame in the effort tonight. You just let a few plays go there at the end, and that was it. That was the difference. And so no shame there. A bunch of these guys going on to play at the next level. Congratulations to the Miners and the Titans. Just a great season and great game overall.
Tim, your player of the game.
Chase Bear.
All
5
right.
goals, 2 there in the fourth quarter. Pretty simple call there. Great year, great state championship game in our 5A final. Park City gets the come from behind win over Olympus 10-9. Congratulations, fine years for both programs. But today, Park City comes out on top with the victory. For Tino Psyche, my name is Dane Stewart. Thanks for joining us here in the 5A state championship. Congratulations to Park City. They are your 5A state champ.